Hi everyone. My name is Derek. Today we'll be talking about the ethical theory called utilitarianism and how it can be used to look at issues like war, terrorism, or torture. Utilitarianism is the best way I can describe it is like an action that creates the most good for the most people. So basically, looking at the good and the bad. So looking at what you could do to have more of a positive impact than a negative impact. Example that I can use that could count as terrorism is when people rob banks. Sometimes you have to react quick, or sometimes you stay 10 hours because you feel like you can't go in there quick because something can happen, or you go in quick and you do what you have to do to save the people that are in, because you don't know how deadly it could be. So you have to think about, is it more positive? Is it more negative? You have to think. Another example I could use is war. In war, when people invade countries or countries defend themselves, it could cause trauma. It could cause, obviously a lot of negative outcomes, but they're defending themselves. So it's a positive outcome. It's like an ultimatum, basically. What will happen? Is it good? Is it bad? I like the theory because it focuses as society and a group of people as whole, rather than just one individual person. So you're forced to think of, well, a group of 10 people. Would I rather save 10 people or one? Obviously, there's a negative in the positive and a positive in the negative, but that's the whole topic of the theory. War is a serious issue because it causes death, it causes injuries, it causes a lot of suffering, it causes a lot of trauma. But sometimes utilitarian would ask you whether the war creates more good than harm. For example, when we invaded, or when we went to Afghanistan and Iraq, in a way, we stopped the control of the Taliban taking over the government, and we helped people get jobs, and obviously we were supposed to be there. In a way we were, in a way we weren't, because in a way we were just protecting people, I guess you could say. I don't know why we were there, but we were there. And it just caused, so when the United States was there, it opened a lot of jobs. It opened obviously it caused the war, but it helped people get jobs, it helped people be safe. So when the United States left Iraq and Afghanistan, I think it was in 2023 or 24, it was recent, it caused the Taliban to take over the Iraq government. I might have the country messed up, but it was a country. And it caused a lot of people to, disagree that we left, and a lot of people to disagree that we didn't leave sooner, or that we left. So it just caused a lot of controversy around the topic. Looking at the topic of this, it made me understand how difficult an ethical decision can be. Sometimes there's not always an answer. Sometimes it's, there's not always a perfect answer. Sometimes there's always a negative outcome, but there's some positive to it. Sometimes there's always a positive outcome and a negative outcome, or negative outcome and a positive outcome. But it gives us a way to think about the consequence of our actions, and how it can affect others. I think it helps the greatest amount of people. So like the more amount of people, then it does less. So I do appreciate everyone for listening. I was trying to remember everything. I practiced like 8 times, so I hope you enjoyed, and hope you have a good day.